In this episode, I explore how heat can help preserve some of our oldest culinary traditions, like the Majie Curry Noodles in Ipoh.
Curry oil is the secret. So every time he makes the curry油，唔可以俾人睇㗎，係咪？
好似許冠文咁樣啊，揈呢度揈呢度，許冠文啊，做鴨㗎。
And also the Lemuni leaf rice for mothers after childbirth.
This is confinement food. Please confine me. Sedap. I can't believe that this is the food that the ladies in confinement eat. It is so nice, huh?
I'm in Perak, Malaysia, home to one of the world's oldest rainforests and the mighty Perak River. The state is a haven for Malay cuisine, with a rich history and legacy of Malay sultanates in the area. I'm here to check out what many consider to be one of the most authentic local restaurants in town. But first, let's look for heat.
Selamat datang, Kevin.
Sorry.
Selamat datang. We want to show you the Lemuni tree.
Oh, Lemuni tree. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, the one that we make Nasi Lemuni.
Nasi
The Lemuni
Lemuni.
rice. Yes.
Okay.
This is the Lemuni tree.
Oh, daun,
Right,
daun
right in our
lemuni.
backyard. Yes, daun lemuni.
Oh, okay.
Purple one.
Okay, so the purple one is the younger leaf, right? This one, green one, is older.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I try.
How is it? It's
Interesting.
bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bit herbally, a bit bitter, lightly spicy. Yeah.
Yes.
The leaves of the Lemuni tree are typically used as herbs in traditional Malay medicine. It might not be a spice, but it brings about heat in its own way.
Okey, Kevin. Khasiat untuk wanita sebab daun lemuni ni bersama dengan bila masak tu nasi, dia akan panas. Dia akan hot. Bila panas, dia akan lebih baik untuk wanita yang baru bersalin.
So what do you use this daun for? Ulam?
Mr. Saidi, or Abang Saidi as I'll call him, runs Tertak Warisan Kampong, a restaurant serving traditional Malay food. His eatery serves dozens of dishes a day, from many different types of chili paste or sambal to iconic Malay curries, all with an innate love of spice.
Bagi saya, cili, rempah tak dapat lari apabila kita masuk dalam campuran makanan. Kami ni orang Melayu dah biasa dengan keadaan situasi ini, dah sinonim dengan makanan-makanan pedas macam ni.
Perak dishes always go for lemak, savoury. So to balance it out, we need some kick of heat or spice.
It's time to turn up the heat with the Lemuni plant. Abang Saidi's wife, Chef Zalia, will be showing me how she prepares the iconic Nasi Lemuni or Lemuni rice dish.
Kalau daun dia yang muda tu kan lagi elok lah. Dia lagi sedap lah.
She washes the leaves before blending them and mixing into the rice. This is followed by plenty of spices and herbs, including lemongrass, pandan leaves, along with star anise and lots of black pepper.
Quite a bit of pepper.
We want to embrace the character of heat.
The idea basically is to raise the body heat, to keep the body warm. In Chinese, we say yit he, the hot breath. And it's basically to protect the mother so she recovers well. So it's very unique to our culture, our history, our heritage.
It smells very good.
Yes.
Oh, I can smell. It almost smells like there is meat inside, but no meat, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
It smells like there is. It's cooked with meat, but obviously there's no meat.
No
we put
meat,
never meat
yeah.
inside.
The rice is served with a freshly fried sambal, consisting of onions, garlic, and dried chilies.
Nasi Lemuni itself is listed as one of the endangered food. So that is why Perak specifically are trying to gazette this Nasi Lemuni as a heritage food.
This is confinement food. Please confine me. Sedap, sedap. I can't believe that this is the food that the ladies in confinement eat. It is so nice, huh?
Confinement food is like very tasteless, right?
Yeah. That's my assumption, right? That it has no taste and then not pedas.
Yes.
You know, very healthy.
Yes.
So, are you guys passionate about chili? Do you love chili? The Perak people love chili?
It's my wife.
Yeah.
Kalau dia pergi mana-mana, luar negara, overseas, she
Always carry
carry and put the
chili in her
chili,
pocket.
sampai burung. You know, they go to China, not spicy.
Yeah.
So, Swan.
You see, there's something interesting to be learned from this. Nasi Lemuni wasn't created by a young chef, ambitious, wanting to create an award-winning dish or wanting to create this super magnificent recipe. The actual dish came a long time ago from the old heritage and tradition of confinement food. And over the years, Nasi Lemuni has risen up the ranks and become one of Perak's most recognized iconic dishes, and rightfully so. It's my first time in Ipoh, where most of the Chinese population are Cantonese like me. Known as the city that tin built, Ipoh was once the hub of the globe's tin mining industry, a world in which Cantonese migrants played a key role.
Now, I was born in Fiji, and in the early 1800s, the British, they brought Indians there as indentured laborers to farm sugarcane. Similarly, here in Ipoh, they brought the Chinese. First, they brought the Hakka people, but later switched to the Cantonese because they felt they were better craftsmen and better cooks.
So I was pleasantly delighted and surprised that I actually got invited to a dinner in Ipoh by some Cantonese folks at a traditional Cantonese restaurant. It's one of those restaurants that you see in those Hong Kong movies in the 80s and 90s, you know, where, you know, a lot of drama.
Hello. Sorry, Chito. Hello, Neo. Hello. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Candy.
So the two hosts, Kelvin Leung and Sarah, the wife, I learned, run a hawker in Ipoh, a pretty well-known one. Kelvin was the chef.
你係順德人？哦，我 Cantonese OK。我阿媽、我爸爸都係開平嚟嘅，開平好近順德。
Kelvin makes a special dish here known as Majie Curry Noodles. The Majie were a group of women who worked as domestic helpers in Singapore and Malaysia between the 1930s and 1970s. Many of them came from Guangdong, China, and brought their knowledge of cooking with them.
入邊有咖喱粉，
咖喱粉
辣椒粉，
侵其他嘢咁咯。
哦，OK。So that's the secret。呢個辣椒curry oil is the secret. So every time he makes the 咖喱油，出嚟，唔可以俾人睇㗎，係咪？
好似許冠文咁樣㗎，揈呢度，許冠文啊，做鴨㗎。
The next morning, I was invited to taste this heritage recipe firsthand. Though I wasn't allowed to see the making of the curry, I got to watch the rest of the magic unfold. Kelvin prepares the noodles, roasted meats, other ingredients like chicken and prawns, before adding a generous blend of his secret light and thick curry sauce concoctions. He finishes it off with a drizzle of his own special sauce. 2 versions await me, one dry and the other chock full of gravy.
Wow, the siham good size, huh?
Everything was like clockwork. It was timed to perfection.
Let me try the broth first, huh? The soup was nice, had a nice sweetness to it because obviously curry mee, Malaysia style, has a lot of santan. So you can tell that Majie came up with the recipe, adapted it to local tastes.
The Majie Curry Noodle recipe was passed down to Chef Kelvin by his mentor, who was personally taught by a Majie. It's a recipe that's more than 90 years in the making.
Okay, this is the first generation. We call her Majie, and the recipe came from her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she passed to this second generation, this little boy. This is Wako.
Okay, Wako.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
Wako.
second gen is Wako.
Yes.
Okay.
真係要學啦，即係我覺得一個機會啦，即係有人肯教你做啊！嗰陣時我真係刀都未識揸㗎，刀都未識。
都未識。咁佢教埋你啊？
即係佢對我好好啊，即係教我煮切嘢啊，一路教我。
And if you'd like to have even more heat added to your Majie curry noodle experience, Kelvin has his own special curry chili essence.
Well, let's have some with this essence, as you call it,
Yeah.
which is extra chili paste, I think. So when I tasted it, I could pick up a few notes. It tastes like it was some kind of dried chili, possibly a powder, a hint of curry, and a nice amount of seasoning, which I picked up as belacan. So a lot more heat, a lot more sort of spice and flavor that I added to my my own bowl of Majie curry mee noodles, and boom. Hey, 靚師傅，好嘢，好嘢，唔係講假㗎，講真㗎。The Cantonese that migrated out of China. The first wave that came out of China were all from the south, and a lot of them were from the Guangdong region, the Cantonese region. And apparently the Cantonese were actually brought into Ipoh because they were better cooks. So I can't be more proud in the fact that the Cantonese people have really contributed to the food heritage here in Malaysia.
Penang is known as a food haven, a popular destination for hungry tourists to sample famous national dishes such as char kway teow and many other local delights. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm getting a first-hand introduction to a unique community and their heritage foods.
Seninya indah, sembahan Boria berakhir sudah. Salah dan silap, ampun ditadah. Budaya sari, selamat bermadah.
This is Boria, a traditional parody theatre art form from Persia that dates back more than 150 years. Boria was especially popular amongst the Jawi Peranakan community in Penang back then, as a voice to challenge their British colonial masters. I'm meeting rising culinary star and Jawi Peranakan descendant, Chef Nuril Karim.
Okay, Chef, I'm very excited. I've actually tried other Peranakan foods, but today is my first experience with Jawi Peranakan.
Jawi Peranakan.
Yeah.
Jawi Peranakans are mostly Malay-speaking Muslims of mixed Indian and Malay ancestry. In mid-19th century Malaya, the community was an elite group consisting of many wealthy and influential leaders in local society. Known as food for feasting, Jawi Peranakan cuisine is the mainstay of Chef Nuril Karim's restaurant, Jawi House.
I think Jawi Peranakan food takes the best of both worlds, of Malay culture, locally grown stuff, with the techniques and spices of Northern Indian or Pakistani kind of food.
My introduction to this eclectic mix of Persian, Arab, Malay, and Indian influences is through a recipe called Ayam Rose, or rose water infused chicken.
So the first thing I did with the ayam, the chicken, was prepare it in a very sort of traditional, I would say, Malay sort of way, which was to season it with garam, salt, and turmeric powder.
The chicken is pan-fried lightly in its own juices and left to cool. Next, a fresh blend of shallots, large onions, fresh turmeric, ginger, and other ingredients including dried chilies.
So Jawi Peranakan food still has some spice, but it's not super spicy.
Right.
So the philosophy in Jawi Peranakan food, for me mainly, is to be well balanced. So you do have heat, but it's balanced off with other creamy or other more fragrant ingredients.
The key ingredient to hold all the spices together is a scoop of ghee, followed by more flavors with cinnamon, cardamom, and cloves.
So this is when both kind of cultures meet, right?
Yeah.
We got a Southeast Asian spice mix, then ghee and old spice over here. This will smell like what you would call kanduri.
This is slightly different to the like regular Malay food because because of the spice, the cloves and the cardamom and the fennel.
And all brought together with like ghee.
Yes.
Then Chef Nuril Karim adds a cashew nut paste for that distinct creamy texture. And he saves the best for last, the rose water.
Roast chicken, take a good amount of the gravy, put it on the nasi kacang. Nasi kacang. Right. And see how it goes together. The creaminess comes from the cashew, which I think is a delicate touch. The smell of the rose water,
the rose water
is subtle, you know?
Subtle,
but it's there.
It's there.
I think if it was a touch more pedas, it might change the profile a little bit, right? Because you just want it to kind of be there, right? But not go over.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because if it's not pedas at all,
Yeah.
it's going to taste very boring.
Yes.
It's time to prepare my own feast to celebrate the three cultures that I just experienced.
The first inspiration is Nasi Lemuni, which is rice cooked with lemuni leaves. But instead of lemuni leaves, I'm using taro leaves, keladi leaves, daun keladi. Second inspiration is the Majie Curry chili essence. And thirdly, the inspiration from the Jawi Peranakans, the use of lush ingredients and spices. guys.
Hey, Kevin.
Hope you guys
Wow,
are
what's
doing
this?
well.
Yeah, food looks good.
Look like a Perak warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
cool
tanda.
outfit.
Everything is inspired today, by obviously the two of you as well. So first of all, the nasi, I use the same technique as how his mother prepared it, but this time I chose daun keladi.
It is good because of you put a little bit of santan. Yeah, I can taste the keladi also.
The second inspiration is a chili essence oil from Ipoh. They make the curry noodles.
Correct.
Yeah. And borrowing the luxury of the Jawi Peranakan celebratory cuisine has ghee.
Oh. It's good. When you mix everything together,
Yeah.
I would say it tastes very Malaysian.
Yeah.
Very
I can
cool.
taste like I'm in Tanjung Dawai Kedah. You know?
When you talk about heritage, the first thing that comes to mind is something old, But a lot of times, if you look deeply at it, right, the roots of heritage comes from something new. New migrants that have traveled from land afar for various reasons, and over time assimilated, mixed, So the mixing of these cultures, palates, foods, levels of heat. And over the years, it's become celebrated as what we call, heritage.